So my name's Travis Alhorn. I'm a business development manager with Topcon on the aftermarket division. So I cover 11 states, mostly in the Corn Belt. So what my primary function is dealer development, supply chain development, working with our dealers to either further their sales or working with new dealers that want to take on some new products, exciting new products that we have that fill some gaps in their sales needs. Conferences like this one give us great dealer engagement, give us great farmer engagement, and allows us to hear what the farmer is asking for. And when we sit in on these roundtable sessions and we attend these events that these producers are at, we get a better understanding of what their needs are. So we can take that back to the company and tailor our product lines to the current needs of the farmer, because these farmers change and evolve, and we have to stay on top of what they're wanting from us. So we can develop products, but may not be in the right fit for some of these guys or what they're doing at the time. We can be too early or too late. So attending these conferences keeps us balanced so we can have these products out and available when these farmers need them. Sitting in on the roundtable discussions is one of my favorite opportunities here at these conferences. And the ability to either listen to a dealer express a concern about a company or product, and sometimes it's even ours, and or hear a farmer talk about a great experience with our product or even a bad one. So I have a service background and a tech background. So when a farmer is at one of these conferences, and we had this just a couple years ago, and he was expressing a concern about one of our product lines, and able to sit down with him and really get down to what the problem was, take that back to our company, and they were able to find a solution for that. We were able to go back to that farmer's home site and introduce him to a solution to what he was having a problem with. And it actually fixed several other problems that we've seen that we were having out in the field once we gathered the data together and seen that was a common problem. And it was a small fix, but it made a big difference to that farmer. I really enjoyed that. I think what makes us different, this is my opinion, is we have a lot of people on staff that are in farming one way or another. I'm fourth generation ag. I came from a family farm. Many other guys that work at this company came from farming, came from some sort of ag background. So I feel we're deep rooted in that, especially here in the United States. And having that passion about farming helps us drive some of the products that go back to these producers and find them what they need. But this company is really devoted to helping a farmer and not just giving them a generic solution. Sometimes these are very specialized solutions, and it's a very niche market at some points, just like with strip-till. This is, a percentage of the farming market. So we're able to provide a very high-end, easy-to-use need, and we're able to fill that need with some of the products we have. And I think that sets us apart from some of the other companies that are kind of, saying, well, this product will work here, and it works here, and it works here. Well, I think we've developed some very specific products for spraying, for strip-till, for guidance, our scale systems. They're all designed for that tailored market need. If you're around the conference and the farm show community, one of the big areas of focus in the past few years has been that farm data. That farmer, used to write down in a notebook, how this variety done and how that done, and they would use that at the end of the year or the beginning of the following year to make some seed decisions, and they would make some fertilizer decisions and maybe some equipment decisions. And that has evolved into, we're keeping track of this data in these machines now, and very specialized data. So this data, is the as applied maps, is, what did I plant? Where did I plant it? My yield maps, my fertility maps. So all of this data can become extremely difficult to manage. And there's a lot of companies out there, and they're prying at these farmers for different pieces of that. And what ends up happening for the farmer, it becomes confusing. He's having to hire somebody or rely on someone else to help him make those decisions. So what we're trying to build upon is a platform that the farmer can use as the hub, the center for all that data. And it really doesn't matter, what machine he's running or what monitor. That's our goal, is to work on every platform, bring that data in and give it to the farmer in front of him where it's easy for him to view, it's easy for him to translate. He doesn't have to take a class for a week on this specialized platform. We want it to be very easy for him to make a decision. And if that decision is, my field was too wet and I need to do some sort of surface drainage, and oh, by the way, we have a platform for that. If that decision is maybe this seed just wasn't the right seed for this soil type, I need to go defensive next year, and I had an offensive hybrid. This data can be in front of him to help him with seed. He can also hand that data over to his seed corn guy. And we want to make that as easy as possible. So that's our TAP platform, our Topcon Ag platform that we're looking at introducing here, coming up pretty quickly. We've done some trial runs and they've went very well for us, and it's been well accepted. So we're excited about that TAP platform that we're going to be bringing to the farmer and to the dealerships. Another product that we're really excited about here at Topcon is some of the grain cart technology. One of our product lines, Digistar, is a leader in the grain cart technology department. And we're bringing some of this data management and data reporting that these grain carts are capable of. We're bringing that into that wireless cloud-based platform. Once again, so we get an operator in a grain cart, and it's not always the senior operator on the farm. Sometimes it's the most junior operator on the farm. And to keep track of that field, what went into that truck, let's calibrate the combine. Let's use this information to make decisions. That's been difficult in the past. Sometimes, once again, we were back to a notebook, or we were some sort of analog device. And these farmers, they have their cell phones, they want to see it on their cell phone. They have their tablet, they want to see it on their tablet. They have their laptop, they want to see it there. So we have some what we call smart cart technology coming this fall that we're going to be introducing at some upcoming farm shows. And we're really excited about that technology as well. Once again, it's what the farmer has been asking for, and we're happy to be able to deliver on that product. We have a portfolio of products for you, and it's up to you to decide for your own farm what works best for you. But I would like for them to know that the guys that are standing behind these pieces here and behind these banners have the same passion for farming that they do. And we want to pair them up with the pieces that help them on the farm. Not just whatever we have on the table, but even if we don't have it yet, we want to listen to them and we want to know what they need so we can help them fill those needs. And I think Topcon's the company that can help them going forward and in the future and help them make decisions, because they're risk managers and they're decision makers, and they need all the information and help, especially in a tough economy or a wet spring like we had this year. This was a tough one for all of us, all the way across the Corn Belt. One of the most difficult springs I've seen, and I think many farmers will agree with me. And there were a lot of times we were able to help. Auto steer let them run longer hours and get that in there. RTK kept them on that path even when they couldn't see at night. Scale systems kept them accurate. I know what's in my seed cart. I know what's in my seed tender. I know what's on my planter. And then this fall, the technology we have can help them decide if they made the right decisions in the spring and help them be that risk manager for next year. I've attended several of the conferences that you guys have put on. I always find them very informative, very useful. They're absolutely, for us to be able to spend our time, in multiple places across the country. These conferences that you guys put on are very important to us. So we dedicate personnel and dedicate staff to come to these conferences and learn from the dealers and learn from the farmers and and try to bring that knowledge back all year and use it for that next year. See what we're up against for spring of 2020. Next year, let's see what we're up against for the spring of 2021, the fall. So my takeaway is that what we are doing here is trying to be stewards of all kinds of the data, stewards of the management practice, and stewards to help the farmers. And I think being in front of them as much as we can and listening to their needs is one of the most important things we can do.